revelations of Allah, then you should know that I have put my trust in Allah. Go ahead and muster all your shuraka, the deities you worship, and come up with your firm decision. Plan it well, so that you may not have any doubt about its being foolproof. Then execute it against me, and give me no respite. If you have turned away from my message, I did not lose anything, for I did not ask any reward from you for my services. My reward is only with Allah. I have been commanded to become a Muslim. But they disbelieved him. As a result, we saved him and those of them who were with him in the ark, and we made them successors in the earth, and drowned those who rejected our revelations. You see what was the end of those who were warned, but did not believe. Then after him we sent Rasuls to their people. They came to them with clear signs, but they would not believe what they had rejected before. Thus do we set seals upon the hearts of those who intentionally exceed the limits. Then later on we sent Musa and Harun to Pharaoh and his chiefs with our signs. But they showed arrogance, for they were a nation of criminals. When the truth did come to them from us, they said, "This is indeed sheer magic." Musa replied, "Is this what you say of the truth when it has come to you? Is this magic? Magicians do not prosper." They said, "Have you come to turn us away from the faith of our forefathers in order that you too, Musa and Harun, may become leaders in the land? We will never believe in you." Pharaoh said, "Bring me every skillful magician." When the magicians came, Musa said to them, "Throw what you wish to throw." So when they had thrown, Musa said, "The magic that you have brought, Allah will surely prove it wrong, for Allah does not promote the work of mischief makers. By His words Allah vindicates the truth, much as the criminals may dislike it." None but a few youth from his own people believed in Musa, for fear of Pharaoh and his chiefs, lest they should persecute them. And certainly Pharaoh was mighty in the land, and was one of those who did not hesitate to transgress any limit. Musa said, "O my people, if you believe in Allah, then put your trust in Him, if you are really Muslims." They replied, "In Allah do we put our trust, our Rabb. Do not let us suffer at the hands of unjust people, and deliver us through your mercy through the nation of unbelievers." We revealed our will to Musa and his brothers, saying, "Take your people to dwell in Egypt, and make your houses as your qibla for worship, and establish salah, and give good news to the believers." Musa prayed, "Our Rabb, you have indeed bestowed on Pharaoh and his chiefs splendor and wealth in this worldly life. Our Rabb, have you done this so that they may mislead people from your way? Our Rabb, destroy their wealth and harden their hearts, so that they may not believe until they see the painful punishment." Allah replied, "Your prayer shall be answered. So remain steadfast, and do not follow the path of those who have no knowledge." We led the children of Israel across the sea. Pharaoh and his host pursued them with wickedness and oppression until when drowning, he cried out, "I believe that there is none worthy of worship but He, Allah, in whom the children of Israel believe, and I am one of the Muslims." In response it was said to him, "Now you believe, but a little while before you were disobedient and one of the mischief makers. We shall save your body today, so that you may become a sign for the succeeding generations. Indeed, many among mankind are heedless of our signs." We settled the children of Israel in a respectable dwelling, and provided them with the good things of life. They did not cause dissension until after knowledge had come to them. Surely your Rabb will judge between them in those matters in which they cause dissension on the day of resurrection. If you are in doubt about what we have revealed to you, ask those who have been reading the book before you. In fact, the truth has indeed come to you from your Rabb. Therefore do not be of those who doubt, and do not join those who deny the revelations of Allah. Otherwise you will become one of the losers. In fact, those against whom the word of Allah, the word of your Rabb has proved true, will not believe, even if every sign should come to them, until they themselves see the painful punishment. Was there any town which, seeing the scourge, believed, and their belief profited them, except the people of Yunus? When they believed, we removed from them the disgraceful scourge, and allowed them to enjoy their worldly life for a while. if it had been the will of your Rabb that all of the people of the world should be believers, all the people of the earth would have believed. Would you then compel mankind against their will to believe? It is not possible for anyone to believe except by the permission of Allah. And He throws filth on those who do not use their common sense. Say, look at whatever exists in the heavens and in the earth. Signs and warnings do not benefit those people who do not believe. Now are they waiting for evil days like the ones that befell the people who passed away before them? Say, wait if you will. I too will wait with you. When such a time comes, we rescue our Rasools and those who believe. This is our way. It is but right that we rescue the believers. Say, O people, if you are in doubt about my deen, religion, then know that I will never worship those whom you worship besides Allah. I worship Allah, who has the power to cause your death, and I am commanded to be one of the believers. I am further commanded, dedicate yourself to the deen in all uprightness, and be not of the mushrikeen who associate other deities with Allah. Do not invoke beside Allah others who can neither benefit nor harm you, for if you do, you shall certainly become one of the wrongdoers. If Allah afflicts you with a calamity, none can remove it but He, and if He intends to bestow a favor upon you, none can withhold His bounty. He bestows it on whomsoever of His servants He pleases. He is the forgiving, the merciful. O Muhammad, declare, O mankind, the truth has come to you from your Rabb. He that follows guidance the right way follows it for his own good, and he that goes astray does so at his own risk. For I am not a custodian over you. O Prophet, follow what is revealed to you, and be patient till Allah passes His judgment, for He is the best of all judges. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Compassionate, the Merciful. Surah Hud, Ayah 1. Alif Lam Ra. This book, whose verses are perfected and issued in detail by the one who is all wise, all aware, teaches that you should worship none but Allah. Surely I am a warner and bearer of good news from Him to you. You should seek forgiveness of your Rabb and turn to Him in repentance. He will grant you good provisions until an appointed term, and bestow His grace on everyone who has merit. But if you turn away, pay no heed. I fear for you the punishment of a great day. To Allah you shall all return. He has power over everything. Behold, they cover up their chests to conceal their thoughts from Him. Beware, even when they cover themselves with their garments, He knows what they conceal and what they reveal. For He knows even the inmost secrets of the chests. From the dead, and the dead from the living. Who regulates the universe? They will soon reply, Allah. Say, why do you not then fear His punishment? The same Allah is your real Rabb. What is left after the truth, except falsehood? How then can you turn away? Thus has the word of your Rabb proved true in regards to the transgressors that they do not believe. Ask them, can any of your shuraka, the deities you worship besides Allah, create anything? And then repeat its process. If they do not answer, tell them, well, Allah creates and then repeats the process. Then how is it that you are so misled? Again ask them, is there any of your shuraka who can guide you to the truth? If they do not answer, then tell them, it is Allah who guides to the truth. Then who is more worthy to be followed? He that can guide to the truth, or he that cannot and is himself in need of guidance? What is the matter with you? What kind of judgment do you make? The fact is that most of them follow nothing but mere conjecture, and conjecture is in no way a substitute for the truth. Surely Allah is well aware of all that they do. This Quran is not such as could be produced by anyone other than Allah. In fact, it is a confirmation of prior revelations, the Torah, the Psalms, and the Gospel, and fully explains the Holy Book. There is no doubt in this fact that it is revealed from the Rabb of the worlds. Do they say he, the Prophet, has forged it? Tell them, if what you say is true, then produce one surah like this. You may even call to your aid anyone you want other than Allah. Nay, they do not believe that which they cannot grasp, for they have not yet seen its prophecy fulfilled. Those who passed away before them believed in the same way. But see, what was the end of the wrongdoers? Of these people there are some who will believe in it, and some who will not. And your Rabb best knows the evildoers. If they disbelieve, you say, I am responsible for my actions, and you are for yours. You are not accountable for my actions, nor am I responsible for what you do. There are some among them who pretend to hear what you say. But can you make the deaf listen to you, incapable as they are of understanding? Then there are some among them who pretend to look at you. But can you show the way to the blind, bereft as they are of sight? The fact is that Allah does not do injustice to mankind in any way, but men are unjust to their own souls. On that day when He will gather them all together, it will appear to them as if they had not stayed in this world but an hour of a day to get to know each other. At that time, they will realize that in fact the losers are those who denied the meeting with Allah and were not rightly guided. Whether we show you in your lifetime some consequences of what we have promised them, or cause you to die before that, in any case they will return to us. Moreover, Allah is watching all of their actions. Every nation was sent to a Rasul. Once the Rasul came, judgment was passed between them with all fairness, and they were not wronged in the least. They ask, when will this promise be fulfilled? Tell us if what you say is true. Say, I have no control over any harm or benefit to myself except what Allah wills. For every nation there is a deadline. When their deadline comes, it can neither be delayed for even a moment, nor can it be advanced. Say, have you ever considered that if His scourge comes to you by night or by day, you can do nothing to avert it? What then is there that criminals wish to hasten? Would you believe it when it actually overtakes you? What? Now you believe? Even though it had been your own wish to hurry it on? Then it will be said to the wrongdoers, taste the everlasting punishment. Should you not be rewarded according to your deeds? They ask you, is what you say really true? Tell them, yes. By my Rabb, it is absolutely true, and you will not be able to avert it. If every person that has done injustice possessed all that the earth contains, he would be willing to offer it all in ransom to redeem himself if he could. They will regret in their hearts when they see the punishment of hell. The decision between them will be made with justice, and no wrong will be done to them. Be aware, all that is in the heavens and the earth belongs to Allah. Be aware, the promise of Allah is true. Yet most of them do not know. He is the one who gives life and causes death, and to Him you shall all return. O mankind, there has come to you an instruction from your Rabb, a cure for whatever disease is in your hearts, a guidance and a blessing for the true believers. Say it is a grace and mercy of Allah that He has sent this Quran, so let the people rejoice over it, for it is better than the worldly riches they are collecting. O Prophet, ask them, have you ever considered that out of the sustenance which Allah has given you, you yourselves have made some things halal and others haram? Ask them, did Allah permit you to do so, or do you ascribe a false thing to Allah? What treatment do you think those people will get who ascribe false things to Allah on the day of resurrection? Indeed, Allah is full of grace to mankind, but some of them are not grateful. No matter what affairs you may be engaged in, what portion from the Quran you may be reciting, and whatever deeds you may be doing, we are your witness thereof when you are deeply occupied with it. For there is not even an iota of anything in the earth or in the heavens that is hidden from your Rabb. Neither anything smaller than that nor larger, but is recorded in a clear book. Be aware, the friends of Allah has nothing to fear or to grieve. Those who believe and constantly guard against evil, for them there is good news in this life and in the hereafter. Allah's words do not change. This is indeed the mighty achievement. O Prophet, let not their remarks grieve you. Surely all honor belongs to Allah. He hears all and knows all. Be aware, surely whatever is in the heavens and in the earth belongs to Allah. Those who invoke other deities besides Allah follow nothing but conjectures and preach nothing but falsehood. He is the one who has made the night for you to rest therein, and the day so that you can see. Indeed, there are signs in this for those who listen to His message. They, the Jews, the Christians and pagans, say Allah has begotten a son. Glory be to Him. He is self-sufficient. His is all that is in the heavens and in the earth. And you have no proof of what you say? Would you ascribe to Allah something about which you have no knowledge? O Prophet, tell them, those who ascribe false things to Allah will never prosper. Well, they may have a little enjoyment in this world, but eventually they have to return to us, and then we will make them taste the severest punishment for their unbelief.